Hey viewers, this is Alexander Espino from the AL7 YouTube channel, and in today's video, I'll be doing the full video review of the MSI GE66 Raider. I'm extremely excited to be doing this video review because this laptop has honestly changed everything for me. Most of my viewers know that I own and run a media company, and I'm always shooting videos and photos for clients on a day-to-day basis. Having a portable notebook this powerful has made my day-to-day life much easier and much less stressful. With all of the power contained in this notebook, you can expect a hefty price tag, but you guys tuned into this video to find out if it's worth its cost. So going a few years back, I've been doing most of my editing work on my now outdated MacBook Pro, as well as my trusty but really dated editing and gaming desktop PC. The MacBook Pro is great for editing photos on the go with its Retina display, but as far as editing video, just didn't have enough horsepower. My old editing and gaming desktop PC has enough power to still hold its own, but it's not portable and isn't great for when I'm working out of state. Now, originally when I began looking for a new editing and gaming PC, I was looking at Origin PC with their Eon 17X laptop. But with all of the bells and whistles attached, I was looking at a bill close to $5,000, and to be honest, I'm really glad I didn't go that route, especially because that laptop weighs almost 10 pounds and traveling with it would just be cumbersome and difficult. The MSI GE66 Raider has enough horsepower for day-to-day tasks as well as gaming and high-end video production. Now let's jump into the specs of this laptop. To be clear, the exact model of this laptop is the MSI GE66 Raider 10UG211. The laptop has an Intel Core i7-10180H CPU, which clocks in up to 5 GHz. It also has an NVIDIA RTX 3070 with 8 GB of dedicated GDDR6 memory. It has 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM, and it's expandable up to 64 GB. It has a 1 TB NVMe SSD and the space to install a second NVMe SSD. The display is a 15.6 1080p IPS display with a refresh rate of 300 Hz. This laptop also contains a 99 watt-hour battery. As far as battery life goes, I don't get much out of it with its current settings. Keep in mind, I'm almost always using this laptop as a portable desktop PC, and I'm always by a power outlet. I generally have the performance settings maxed out when I'm gaming or doing any content creation. You can definitely get more battery life out of this laptop by changing a number of settings such as the power mode, refresh rate, and the RGB light. There are a lot of power and game related settings you can customize within the included MSI Dragon Center app. Taking a look at the I/O, on the right there are two USB 3.2 ports and an SD card reader. On the left there's another USB port as well as a USB Type-C input and a headphone jack. On the back you'll find the AC adapter, HDMI out, gigabit Ethernet port, mini display port 1.4, and a USB Type-C port. This allows you to have 3 displays with the right cables. The SteelSeries keyboard on the GE66 Raider is great. There's no number pad due to the size, but the keys are nearly silent. The SteelSeries software gives you a ton of controls over the RGB light. You could play around and customize the keyboard to your heart's content. When you press the function key, only the lights that use the function keys light up. Now, I'll admit that I do prefer the touchpad on my MacBook Pro, but the touchpad is more than passable. The 2 speakers on the GE66 Raider are passable, but nothing special. They don't get terribly loud, but I imagine most users will be using this laptop with a headset, and you could always just plug in a set of speakers. Now, as far as the webcam goes, I honestly haven't bothered using or testing it, but from other reviews that I've seen of this notebook, it's better than most webcams you'll find on a laptop. I personally use my mirrorless camera as my dedicated webcam for all of my Zoom meetings and whenever I live stream on Twitch. One thing I've never understood about most laptop manufacturers is that they always include really low quality webcams. They're generally 1 megapixel, and I just never understood why they just don't spend a little extra money to include something like a phone selfie camera with 5 megapixels or something a bit higher. Now let's talk performance as far as content creation. When editing in Adobe Lightroom, it's lightning fast and slowdowns are almost non-existent. Adobe Photoshop runs great with the 32 gigs of RAM. It seriously makes a huge difference. When using Adobe Premiere, I generally get phenomenal performance out of the GE66 Raider. Now, I will admit that I did have one serious crash, but I'm more so going to blame Adobe Premiere since even though it's 2021, they still have some bugs to iron out with the program. The music video I was editing also had a lot of special effects. The gaming performance on the GE66 Raider is stellar. I played a number of games on this laptop and really enjoyed the experience. The 300Hz display significantly reduces ghosting and response lag. You won't be able to play every game at 300 frames a second, but you'll love the experience of playing many games at and above 200 Hz. Playing Cyberpunk 2077 was a great experience on this laptop. I received Cyberpunk 2077 as a gift from a friend, and I intentionally waited to play once I had a new computer. The game generally runs from 80 to 150 frames a second with most of the settings maxed out. I haven't run into any bugs or performance drops with the latest version of the game. I will, however, mention that this laptop does get warm and puts the fans on full blast. If that does happen to annoy you, you can always turn down the settings a bit. Devil May Cry 5 is still my favorite game to play and looks phenomenal on this 300Hz display. This game is also a great candidate to plug into a large 4K TV and performs at a steady 60 frames per second. I've also been playing a lot of the Halo Master Chief Collection on this notebook, and all of the games generally run from 200 to 300 frames a second. I didn't get to test Call of Duty Warzone due to its gargantuan file size, but I do plan on installing a second NVMe drive so I can install more games on there. I've had this laptop now for almost 3 months, and I prefer to be as honest as possible with my video reviews. I did run into a few odd quirks so far with the GE66. The RGB light bar stopped working on 3 occasions, but I honestly haven't run into this issue at all lately. The first time it happened, I was really worried and I frantically looked online. I was worried that the laptop was possibly defective, but just running quick Google search, I found a really simple solution. All you have to do is close the lid in the event that the light bar shuts off. I've also had a lot of problems with the MSI Duet display. I tried the Duet display version, and I even paid for the dedicated Duet display app, and I just couldn't get the app to work with my iPad. I'll probably end up making a dedicated video on this. I'm not sure if it's because of the iPad I have. It is admittedly a bit old. The last odd quirk I've had with the GE66 Raider is that when I close the lid, the notebook doesn't always go to sleep. I always have to manually tell the laptop to enter sleep mode or just shut it down altogether. In conclusion, the MSI GE66 Raider is a phenomenal laptop. It's great for content creation and gaming on the go. I really like that I can plug in this laptop to any 4K display and use it like a portable PlayStation 5, but with much more power. Lastly, this laptop isn't for everybody, and the price tag makes that very clear. I paid close to $3,000 for this notebook, but I did also get an extended 2-year warranty in the event that something goes wrong or breaks. If you'd like to learn more about this laptop and possibly purchase it, check the link in the description below. If you also found this review helpful, give the video a thumbs up, and if you're new, please subscribe to the channel. I'm really trying to make an effort to put more great content on my YouTube channel. If you'd like to learn more about the ALE Media business, be sure to check out the ALE Media YouTube channel. And that's all I got for you guys today. This is Alexander Espino from the AL7 YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys next time.